I show these to kids at schools as well, because it's important for them to see where we all start, because we all start at the same level. Yeah? They look at me as a 50, well, not nearly 50-year-old man, and they can't help but compare themselves to you, because they want to do that thing. And you show them, like, this is what I was doing when I was your age. And I had this book, Anyone Can Draw. And this is the book I had a problem with. I was 8 years old, I bought this book, Anyone Can Draw. Brilliant, I wanted to learn to draw. Teach me. This man. Tony Hart. He was on TV. Joe, you might remember Tony Hart. He put his name to this book. It's only introduced by Tony Hart. First lie. Anyone Can Draw? You see, Anyone Can Draw by Tony Hart. Brilliant, got it. No, introduced by Tony Hart. Albert and Sarah, they're the real culprits. This is an actual lesson from this book. How to draw a horse. Step 1.
Draw a horse.
Draw a pretty good horse. Step 1. Step 2. Right? Draw an excellent horse. Have a go, kids. Lesson 2, how to draw a horse head. You can see where this is going, don't you? Step 1, draw a pretty good horse head. Step 2, draw an excellent horse head. It's full of them. There's dogs, swans. See that? Unbelievable. So, I'm already out of time. I vow from that day. We're good, thank you. I vow from that day that if I ever had my own book, that I would do a realistically achievable learn how to draw. Which brings us to this. Alright, guys. So, with that in mind, I'm going to draw something with you, but before that, something I do want to share you, something that we've been working on in Heidi Grant in Australia. We are going to produce a complete learn to draw. And that will include all 20 characters. So if you don't have all the books, you'll get all the characters. Plus the teachers, Teacher Ted, Teacher Pat, Mrs. Black, the principal, the worm, the bats, and I think that's it. But does the worm have a name? We call him Wormy. That's original, isn't it? Have you ever thought of your own names for the worm?
Wormy.
Yeah? Yeah, like, couldn't get past Wormy. So, drawing time. Okay, I'm gonna have to make this really quick. Yeah, step 1, draw a really good monster. Okay. Well, there we go. You can see some of my scribbles there. This is Procreate. That's what I use. There you go. There's lots of scribbles and things, doodles. Okay, if you want to draw along, please feel free, because this is going to be a little tutorial that we're going to do together. So, try and keep up. I thought it would be good to go all the way back to the beginning and do Mary together. If you would like to do that. Okay, the way I like to start with Mary, and this is a good one to do with kids as well, because the very first step doesn't have to be perfect, and that is just a line that goes something like that. And I've made a fatal error straight away, so luckily I can move that now. But it can be wobbly. This is going to be the brim of Mary's hat. Actually, doing this with your own children is a really good activity. I used to draw with my mum all the time, and that's a memory that stayed with me forever. And so when you're doing these kind of activities with your kids, or if you're talking about giving these books to parents, this is an actual really great bonding moment, just to sit down and draw with each other. It's quiet, it's relaxing, and I'm just going to take them down a bit. I'm going to do 2 lines coming up like that. See, I'm not getting too precious about it as well. And that's another thing to point out to the kids as well when you're drawing with them is, if it goes wrong, it's okay, just keep going. Or if you get frustrated, just take a break, come back later. And I'm using up all my extra time. So we're going to do another line coming up like that. And then we're going to do a little triangle coming off to the side like that. And then we're going to join it up like that. This is a bit different to how I do it in the books. I only get 6 stages in the books, so I have to kind of combine some of the steps, which is a little bit frustrating, but you know, it's better than 2. So underneath the hat, we are going to do a semicircle that's coming down like this. And I'm going to start to zoom in on my sheet a little bit. Got a semicircle coming under there, and then we do 1 circle, 2 circle. Again, like, I'm not doing my best work right now, but that's okay. A couple of eyes there, a little C shape for a nose. I often use letters when I'm teaching kids as a way of just explaining how to do various steps, a C and a backward C. A couple of lines down there for hair, one coming down the middle, little smiley mouth. Maybe have it open, or not, it's up to you. Some teeth, tongue, maybe a little bit of shading inside. A line underneath for a scarf, with some lines on there. A dress coming down, with 2 circles, buttons. Some rectangles coming out each side. A little bunch of fingers. A couple of rectangles for legs. Maybe some stripes. A curvy boot. Couple of hair ties in the back. If you've got a character with things behind them, do them last. Oh, what's happened? Bunch of hair. Scarf dangling down the back. Maybe finish it off. The back of the hat coming down right behind her head. A little patch on top. And don't forget the little spider. And there we have a Mary.